the opening day of any competition is special for everyone. A red letter day for everybody here and those of you who have joined us for our live coverage. I hope everybody is comfortably strapped in for the ride. We're sure that this will be a feast of football, irresistible, emotional, a roller coaster for everyone involved. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. There's the hit! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, I think it's hard to ignore this guy, Mike Maignan, Peter. You don't normally pick a goalkeeper as a potential match winner, but I think his consistency has to allow him an exception, because I think he's just very solid in all aspects of his game, and he has a great relationship with this defence.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Mancini promptly onto that, and that is that. Zaccagni has it out wide and in space. Zaccagni! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly not great precision.
Yeah, battling for the right to play in the early stages. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. First quarter of an hour gone. Ribéry. And that is not finding anyone. Out to the left it goes. He's in plenty of space here. And he was alert to it. Cherubini. He's found a way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
Zaccagni was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That could spell trouble. Just hits one! It's there! And it's Iraq who take the lead. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Iraq have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
It's a pretty loose pass.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Fagioli. This might spell danger. Zaccagni gets into some space. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Cherubini. Spread it left. Iraq are 1 up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Ribery looking for the run. Oh, that's clever. Shot a goal! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Throw it. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire. The decision-making, we can't. He learned from it.
Ribery. And Ribery! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. Iraq glad to have a 1-goal lead at this point, but you have to say things could have been very different.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Iraq leading 1-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Iraq are looking to go forward now. Oh, he's found support out wide. Zaccagni, and he cuts out the supply. In with the challenge. Aslani. Now it's Tura. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Oh, there's a probing ball. Cherubini.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Iraq are ahead here by what is still the only goal.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
The attendance for this match
Cherubini.
was 80,953.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Oh, that's a key interception. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Mancini. Aslani. Zaccagni. Zaccagni going face-to-face with his great rival. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Filippo Inzaghi to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Oh no, this does not look good. Iraq perhaps contemplating their next change here. And here's Zaccagni. Filippo Inzaghi. Oh, that's nice. Gets his pass away. Decent hit! Sticks it away! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Iraq are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Zaccagni. And claimed it back swiftly. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, he's found support out wide. And that has been clubbed away. And that's been won straight back. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Zaccagni. Now it's Martinez. Filippo Inzaghi. Aslani with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Substitution for Iraq. Number 10, Lautaro Martinez. Number 18, Testahhi. Coming on the field, number 17,
Iraq have, after this, one further on. Has a goal! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And they are pulling clear here. Gorgeous, just gorgeous, just to have the audacity to do it.
Well, as options go, that was a superb choice. It's over and in. Job done.
Iraq find a position of real strength now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Aslani did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
It could be in here. Can he put it away? A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Iraq are coasting towards victory. Ribéry. And that has sent him sprawling. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. De Ketelada purring through the gear. He's had a shot! And he hits the net! It had to come! It just had to come! He had to have his say!
Iraq clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the box. Oh, they could be caught out here. He's got the shot away. Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's heaved it away. Pinches it off him. Odo. Aslani. And De Ketelada. Filippo Inzaghi. He's in, and the finish! It's there! And so clear that one side are so much better. The scoreline entirely justified. And the referee brings it to a close. Iraq, looking by any yardstick formidable, truly enjoyable. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury. Can he finish? Marvellous goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. And the finish! And he hits the net! Not one, but two. It is a dream start.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Iraq are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do.
Shapes to shoot! And it's there! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing.
Oh, shooting chance! It's in! And with that, he takes home the match ball. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved.
And the shot! And yes, it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been human.
There's the hit! Sticks it away! And they're at it again in double quick time.
Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering beauty.
Can he put it away? And he's missed it.
What a fabulous run. Okay, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
That has not gone well. Distributed tidily. Now, what about a counter-attack? That's the throw. Stood up well to him there. Pavard. And here's Lautaro Martinez. And one more try. They've done it! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option. Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
In with the challenge. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Shot a goal! And it's in! And they're at it again in double quick time.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Decent hit! It's a goal! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
As if three weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. He's got the shot away! No mistake! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
There's the shot! It's there! And they're at it again in double quick time.
Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering beauty. Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next.
Real chance! Really well taken goal. And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
That's it! It's in! hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Now the finish! He scores! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated. Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the...
And again! No, got right underneath it.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Mancini. And Martinez! Chance with a header! Has another go! He's scored! And they're at it again in double quick time!
Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering beauty.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal. To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do.
He's gone for goal! Magnificent! A finish of true class! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary. Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And that's gone loose. Thuram!
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Now, who's going to be first to this? Fagioli. Zaccagni looking to run onto it. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Oh, it's a foul. It could be a penalty. Iraq have themselves a chance from the spot. The chance to pull further clear. And that's a poor penalty.
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but.
Zaccagni. He's found a way through. And the keeper beats it away. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. And there's the end of the first half. Well, what a half. For one, pretty much ideal. For the other, utterly dreadful. And we're only halfway through.
Yeah, I think a first-half performance that showed attack being the best form of defence. If they're in the face of the opposition that much, then there's little they can do in return. And I'm not sure how long they can keep the intensity and the tempo up, but it certainly paid off so far.
Iraq dishing out what has been nothing short of an absolute mauling. The game is surely already in the back. Big chance! Oh, taken with style! And so clear that one side are so much better. The scoreline entirely justified.
It's a mass exodus now.
Zaccagni! He has done it! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
He's had a hit! And he's steered it beyond the post.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He can run onto that. Look at the space here. Goes in for the header. He's got a goal. And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering beauty.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here. Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Otto. That's a nicely measured pass. In with a header! It's fallen kindly here. It's in. And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And a header! They've scored! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, I think we've reached the point.
To Catalana! Oh, he really got hold of that.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly, not great precision.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 51.832
He's not going to get any further than that. Ribery has it out wide and in space. He rises! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And it's been taken short. Has a go! He's put his foot right through that one.
Well, talking about a man on a mission, that was a super effort.
Iraq do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. A real Thuram is on his own. So much time and space here. Tries a shot! Goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering beauty.
Hits one! He scores! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
As if three weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Ashlani. Done delicately. Now there's a fine ball. Thuram is flagged offside.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 7. Lascia il campo per il numero 70. Cambio di giocatori.
Ribery looking to get on the end of this. Keeper's ball. De Ketelara. Filippo Inzaghi. He's had a shot! And it's in! And so clear that one side are so much better. The scoreline entirely justified.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in.
And the shot! No mistake! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
How many? Just how many?
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Shot could be on. Nice sequence of passes, this. Now it's Inzaghi. Caught offside that time. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
And he's being shifted off it. Oh, that's an inviting ball. Pulisic.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Otto. Header! Sticks it away! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering beauty.
Chance! It's in! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves.
To Catalana! They've done it! And so clear that one side are so much better. The scoreline entirely justified.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Great hit! They've scored! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is...
And the shot! Really well taken goal. And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been the outstanding player on the pitch and devastating in front of goal. What a display, what a player. Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Oh, super ball. Great chance. They want to be quick to recover this time surely. Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One trip. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
There's the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Villa actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And he welcomes it in, and he's intervened well there.
Well, as box office names go, Peter, David Beckham is right up there.
Yeah, he gets the turnstiles clicking, that's for sure, but footballing qualities?
Well, I think any defence is going to be nervous because of the sheer quality he can produce.
Especially over a dead ball.
Yeah, not just that, I think in open play he can deliver for fun too.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Messi. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Dink through. He's found some space. Crossed in. Well, now it's a race for the ball. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. Milan presented with a golden opportunity here. So the most significant moment of the game. Oh, he saved it! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
David Villa, Messi. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. David Villa. And here's Haaland. Still goalless at the moment.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top. Shot a goal! Oh, smashing header! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Odo. That's a little off target. Half an hour played now. Now it's Messi. And the counter-attack is on for Milan.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add...
Chance for the header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Milan were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
Beckham. Neymar providing an outlet on that flank. Up he goes! No, not the best of headers.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 10.
Milan choosing to make the first change.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Can he get onto this? Messi. And the shot! Great strike! Oh, Waters, and he's following up! Whistle's gone, that's foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Milan making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. Very nicely done. Oh, he's in! Otto has it in a wide position. Milan have their second corner now. Messi goes short. Oh, this looks sharp. And now they can spring out of defence. Deftly out wide. Messi. Can he spark a counter here? He has found the way through. It's out for a goal kick. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, obviously no breakthroughs yet, but it's not from the want of trying. I think in a tight game like this, that penalty becomes...
Great hit! And that was very necessary. Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
The keeper felt he had that covered. Some of the crowd were less convinced. It was really well drilled.
And the header! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Beckham. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Beckham. David Villa. Neymar.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
Hernandez. Now it's Messi. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and it's about time they woke up to the main threat. He had license to deliver pretty much unchecked.
Well, there's the clearance. Intercepts the throw, that's well read.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.953
A deeply frustrating game so far, certainly in terms of the score. Hits one! He's got away with one there.
Really was just waiting to pounce on any slip-up, and he was gifted a chance.
He saw the danger and he went crashing in. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Bit too much weight on the pass. Hernandez gets rid without sophistication. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Defending of the desperate variety. Driving on and making good progress. And that has been clubbed away.
Neymar, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
That's a shade optimistic. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, it's an interesting move this, Peter. It just gives opposition defences a very different challenge.
Hernandez.
يا أخي والله مو الفاضي.
Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Milan couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Drogba.
This is the time you need that pace.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
يتعبون.
يلعب.
And the counter is
يلعب
on.
طابة.
Gets into some space.
يلعب.
He's through here. And he's
هنا؟
going to belt it away.
لك شو اخبارك شلونك؟
بعد وقت الفجر.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
8-0-0.
Sends it crossfield.
شلون نومك؟ والله عارفك.
And that could set him on his way. Extraordinarily, it is still
عم
goalless.
بس اريد اعرف شلون تنام على الحق
One-sided
سبب.
game. Good running,
تجيني هيك
strong
دوخة
and
هاي
purposeful.
السطرة الصغيرة خرب عرضها.
That's tidy. Real chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Neymar, numero 16. Lasciano il campo per il numero 14, il numero 13. Cambio di giocatori. Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero
Corner number 3
17.
coming up.
Messi. Numero 22.
Ruben Neves with the short one.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 18.
Decent hit!
دقيقة 85 من أول هدف.
الجاي تبغى الخاطر
That is a
ربك.
sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
لا لا
What a touch.
عزيز.
I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
واحد جاي يسوي
Milan
بسنون
take the
ايش فيك
lead.
تبي
Now it's just a question of holding on.
وانت شو تبغى علي؟
Now, Peter, are going to be very
بديت
frantic.
تتعلم.
There's still time for a twist or two yet.
اتوقع القبر بي بين الكراد وبين بيشمارك.
Il quarto uomo indica.
شوف الصاير.
Oh, there's a probing ball. David Villa. Now it's Drogba. And it's Fernando Torres. No, that's been intercepted.
عشار كرات وبيشمارك.
And
حرب
عشار؟
back
صاير.
again.
عشار الكرات بيناتهم هم والبيشمارك.
Now it's
Oh.
Torres.
سائرة بالقناطر.
And the finish! And yes, it's there! A
عالقة
2-0
عالقة.
and that is that. Milan are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display.
الأخبار أجي كويت.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another.
دي إصابات لو بس هيك حمودي.
Pressure can quickly be applied via the counter attack.
ما أدري
and
بس
you can
شفت
be exposed defensively.
فيديوهات
So
شي ترمي على شي.
compactness can't be
رمي.
compromised. And you need talkers
إيه
in this
استحى.
team. You need leaders and people that are willing
صار
to
نسبة.
organise things very quickly.
هاي باي.
They did just miss it. They are up and running already.
شنو؟
أقول لك هاي بعد.
الدولة شو كنت تتدخل؟ شو علينا؟ هاي ميليشيات جاي تقتل العالم.
Interception. Beckham. And that is as far as they're going to go. Stood up well to him there. Beckham. Neymar driving forwards. And that has been knocked clear. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And it's Beckham. Nice control. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game. Well, and the finish! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Chance to shoot now. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. David Villa. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. Oh no, this does not look good. De Ligt. Adams. It's a good run down the right. He's in space and looking for options. Chooses to go back. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's neat. Neymar. Rodri. Had a shot. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. De Ligt gathers from the goal kick. Hakimi, steaming on, great chance! Sticks it away! And he is away! The launch of a brand new hero. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
Things starting to look very comfortable. And Messi! That was superb goalkeeping.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
Beckham. Hakimi. Oh, played right into his path. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. He is through here! Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Neymar. Neymar! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
We've got 5 minutes till half-time. David Villa. Oh, good spread. Oh, he's found support out wide. Otto has it in a wide position. And here's Messi. Tries a shot! They are rampant! And they're at it again in double quick time. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
A case now of complete control. And he's managed to get rid. And that's definitely not his best. That has not gone well. Beckham! He's got a goal! And he's got what he came for, his 20th goal. There's the whistle for half-time. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Milan have been more or less perfect, I would say. Their manager's all smiles, and he's got every reason to be.
Milan have continued without fuss to do their thing. They have impressed hugely in the first 45 minutes, and this is the very least they deserve for their splendid endeavours. And the game has... And Messi! It's there! And so clear that one side are so much better. The scoreline entirely justified.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Adams. And it's Neymar. Rodri. And it's Messi.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Adams short changes him with that pass. Oh, super find. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. It's a goal kick. Rodri being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, he has to become a target. They've been too slow to recognise his influence.
Nicely weighted ball.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Vinicius Junior!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Messi.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And that's another good win of the ball. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, super tackle.
Hits one! And he seemed certain to get the sixth.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Vinicius Junior. Oh, sweet feet. And now they can spring out of defence. Aim forwards. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Oh, shooting chance! And he hits the net!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback. It's a good run down the left-hand side. And here's Vinicius Junior.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. So there's going to be another change here.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 19. Lascia il campo per il numero 70.
David Villa. Out towards the flank. Otto made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Otto. Bellingham. Otto. Bellingham in acres of space out wide. He gets big! And that is high.
Yeah, but the two that closed him down merit the praise of a job well done.
Rodri. And he's intervened well there. Bellingham. Bellingham looking to penetrate opposition lines. David Villa. Can he finish? They've scored! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
He's got the shot away! just ripping it up.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today. Well, their managers...
And the shot! It's in! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering beauty.
Attenzione, un cambio.
A couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able. And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And he welcomes it in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Milan making another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Keeper's ball. Chance! Oh, denied at the last. And that is that. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout.
لو مش قد الشهر يا ولد.
خمسة وأربعين يوم 9.
لا أريد أفشل علي ثاني ما أقدر أنا أحترم. اتخانق بوبجي وخلونا نفشل.
مسدت ببجي تحديث.
كذا
مم.
ليش وقت؟
الباكر من الصبح أعتقد الصبح.
قبل ما أحسب تحصل. له يقول له مطلوب 11 جيجا والمتاح 9.
كلش كافي.
فشل التثبيت. شمس من الكعبة في عنده مقبض. على شلون انا اطفل؟
والله حجي ما ادري فيلم تغير. تنظفه امسح الالعاب اللي ما تريد، شغلات اللي ما تريدها.
هو شو منزل بيه؟ انا شلون منزل بيه؟
شلون نقدر؟
ما ادري. اي جيم مسح كله. تابع. هذا شو؟ هذا مسح. لا هذا شو؟ مضبوط. بلش. والله ما ادري شو يسوي هذا المستخدمون. شنو ما ادري الله يشهد. والله شنو بعرف حالتي. تبع 20 جيجا تحديث.
مالتهم
شنو؟
قلتي على 13 جيجا شو السالفه؟
13 جيجا كذي 13 جيجا و 100 14 جيجا.
14
شو السالفة خاطر هذا؟
طالع عندكم 14 جيجا؟
اي
طبعا وياك
بس ينبوع. لحظة لحظة. أنا بعرتها بعرة كلش كبيرة حجي.
سويت بعرس